Okay, let's do this thing. Some other people might join in as we get rolling here, I'm not sure. But let's just start with the neck. So let's get nice and tall first. Drop your chin to your chest and let it float up and dropping it down and letting it float just through flexion and extension. Nice. And just keep rolling with that. And let's just do 2 more, just waking up the neck. Start to think about your abdominals drawing inwards just a little, standing you up just a little bit taller. And then let's stop there, look over to your right shoulder and start some full circles all the way around, looking at your left shoulder, drag the chin through center and go twice to the right. And pause in the middle and go twice to the left. All the way around. Finishing back in center, chin to chest. And let's go up into that extension one more time. Grab your hands to your chest. Grab your chest and pull it down. Feeling all the tissue in the front of the neck, drawing down, opening up that area. And gently let that go. Let's get right into our shoulder circles. Sorry, our shoulder blade circles. So bring your arm into a nice little square and start to draw the shoulder blades up to the ears. Squeeze them back, drop them down, and roll through. And think about this like you're waking up your middle back, opening the chest, and let's go the other way as well for a few. Rolling it. Nice. All right, and then letting the arms reach out each way, nice and long. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Now let's bring one palm down and one palm up. We're just going to hold here, take a few long, deep breaths in and out. Start to think about your abdominals. We're cinching up the center of the body. Nice and solid through your feet. And we're going to start to flip the palms. So one is up, one is down. And just really try to focus on that movement. It's easy if you go too fast, you'll end up having both up at the same time, both down at the same time. So just go nice and slow, reaching out through the fingertips. One palm up, one palm down. And reaching, keep reaching, and let's go a little faster. When you start to go fast, it starts to get a little tricky here. This is the hardest thing we do today. We'll be lucky. All right, a few more. Let's let that go. Nod your chin, roll down, forward fold, lift the abdominals, lift the sit bones. Take a big breath into your lower back, knees are bent. And then exhale, scoop in the belly, roll back up. Nice and tall. And from there, nod the chin, roll it back down. Lift the abdominals. And let's scoop back up. Exhale deeply as we come back to standing. And we're going to come down into a chair pose. Sitting back into your sit bones. We're holding here, letting our legs get nice and spicy. Notice if you can pull your abdominals a little farther away from your thighs. And let's start to pick up the heels. Lift one heel and then the other. exhale as you lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the last one we hold. Holding there, we've got this. Just letting those legs warm up. And let's go into some squats. Up and lower. Up and down. Think about your ankles, think about your knees. We're keeping those knees and ankles nice and parallel. Nice work. Lower and lift. Down and up. Let's go for 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to heart center. We're going into our curtsies, side to side. Curtsy and center. It's going to warm up the legs and get them really working here this morning. Cross it over. Trying to stay nice and tall. I can't do a curtsy now without thinking about Meghan Markle curtsying deeply for the Queen on her first time that she met her. Jeez. Cross it over. Nice work. And see what you can do to turn this into an abdominal exercise. Let's bring those abs in, drop the shoulders, focus on your center. Nice job. And keep it up. We're just getting nice and warm here. Nice controlled movements. All right, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to a wide stance. We're going to send our torso, so just check my angle here. I've got my legs nice and long with a micro bend. My spine is long, I'm hinged forward. We're going to reach side to side, but the legs don't do a side lunge, okay? So the legs kind of stay put. We're just reaching across. The legs have a little bit of movement, but we're not side lunging to side lunge, okay? Reach through the thoracic spine instead. Just reaching, lifting the abdominals, reaching your spine through the crown of your head, like you're trying to grab something on each side. Now let's go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Let your head drop round down. Look between the thighs. Let the top of your head release away from your shoulders. And we get a nice big stretch, hopefully through the back of the legs. Breathing into your low back. And exhale deeply, staying where we are. 1 more big breath. Bend your knees. And let's ragdoll up for 5 full seconds, scooping in the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turning to the front of your mat. We're going to start to come into a single leg lunge back. So we lunge back, arms float. When we come up, we come to a balanced position. Stepping back, coming to balance. If your mat is lifted or kind of chunky, you might want to be on the floor for these balance moves. Coming up to standing and just focusing in on really good movement here. Stay tall, stay connected with your center. Inhale back Exhale up to balance. And again. Down and standing. Nice and tall. Draw that knee up. Great work. Let's go for 6 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on the last one, we're going to stay up in that balanced position. Hands come to the hips. We're going to do a standing clamshell, opening the thigh. Bring it back in. Opening the thigh and bringing it back in. Open, squeezing at the glute, bring it back, and again, and back. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. You got this, Jen. And last one. Whew. Letting that go. Shake it off and we go into the lunge with the left leg. And up to balance. Nice and strong as you stand tall. Both knees are bent as we lunge. And then we stand up tall, drawing that knee up. Think about your low abdominals as you lift that leg towards you. Keep it up. Let's go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Same thing on the last one. 2. And on that last one, I'll just turn to face you, bringing that leg up. We go into our standing clams on the left. In and out, nice and controlled. Exhale, squeeze it back with your glute. Bring it in. Stay tall. Let's all drop our shoulder tension just a little. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Open and come back, standing at the top of your mat, forward fold. Roll it down, hands to the floor, bend your knees if you need to. We're going to walk our hands out to downward dog. Walk our feet out to downward dog. Stepping the feet back. Finding our downward dog here. We're going to bring those elbow creases slightly forward, connecting us with our shoulder blades. Let your head release. Find that triangular shape, lifting the abdominals. And let's begin to lift each heel, pedaling out the feet. Breathing deeply. We want to see if we can lift the sit bones and let the neck release. Keep pushing the floor away. And let's bring both feet up high on the toes, as high as you can come. Lift your abdominals, round your spine over, and then press those heels back to the floor. Nice big stretch through the calves. Check your shoulders. Big breath in and out here. And let's lower the knees and come into a shell stretch. Let your tailbone release to the heels, your head releases to the floor, rounding over the thighs. Big breath into the rib cage, to the top of your lung. And let's come out up to all fours, setting it up nicely, hands under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're at the shape of a table. And from here, I want you to visualize you've got a cup of tea on your back, okay? We're gonna come into our swim prep or bird dogs. We're gonna start with the right arm, left leg. And as we reach out, that cup of tea on your back stays in place. Inhale, bring the arm and leg back. Exhale, the other pair, left arm, right leg, reach away. And inhale, coming back. And let's just continue with that pattern. Exhale, reach. Inhale back as carefully as you can. Visualize you don't want that cup of tea on your back to spill. Inhale back. Exhale, reach. And back. And reach. And back through center, avoiding as much rotation as possible. Keep pressing through the fingertips of the hand on the floor. Kind of like you're creating a little suction cup under your hand. And let's reach through the crown of the head. Our center's anchoring here as we move the limbs. And let's do one more each side. And back, nice and carefully. And last one, reach. Coming back to center, moving right away down to our forearms. And we're going into some donkey kicks. We're gonna work with the right leg first. So let's send that leg out long, reach it up, and then bend the knee so that your footprint goes up to the ceiling. And now lower that knee down to just barely touch the floor. Exhale, it goes straight back up. Lowering down, exhale, straight back up. The femur is gonna stay nice and parallel here. So we don't want that kneecap turning out. And let's think about the shoulders. You're continuously pressing into the floor with your arms and elbows, staying nice and stable, equal weight in those arms. Up and down here. Every time you lift, exhale deeply, letting your abdominals support your lower back here. If you're feeling your low back and you just can't get out of that position, you're going to just not kick quite as high. Lower on the inhale, exhale, pressing it up. Constantly checking back to your shoulders. Let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, abdominals are lifted. 3, 2, check the length of your neck. And 1, staying up here, 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, let that go. Sit into your shell stretch, let your shoulders have a moment. Big breath in and out. Try to shake off any tension you don't need here. And we head back out to the forearms when you're ready. Set up nice and square. Just collect your abdominals. Think about keeping them with you. And we go over to the left leg. Send it out long. And then bend that footprint up to the ceiling, lowering the knee to just barely touch. Exhale, press it up. Inhale down. And exhale, press. So let's think about that knee that's on the floor, the one that's not moving. We want to be in the center of that knee. And our weight is balanced between the arms. Exhale, press. Inhale down. Spine is long. Nice and slow and controlled. We gotta let the glute have a moment to stay up there so that it can fully fire. Let's check those shoulders. Draw your belly just a little closer. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, everything else stays nice and still here. 2, and last one, bring it up, hold it there, let's pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, stay lifted in the shoulders. 2, 1, lower the knee, come off the arms. One more time to shell. Big breath. And let's come down onto our right side. So we're going to set up on the right side on our forearm. Now if this really bothers your shoulder, you can modify to here where you could cradle your head with your elbow. But everyone start on your forearm and we'll go from there, okay? So we're here. That we're not going to be lifting our hips up. So really what we're working on is just stability here, keeping our body from dropping down. So just play with this motion a little and just notice what it feels like to be lifted and what it feels like to be sinking, okay? And then this top leg is going to reach out long. I'm going to adjust myself here. So the bottom knee is bent, the hip is on the floor, we're lifted through this forearm. And our hand, top hand, will be behind our neck or our head. So from here, staying really square, keeping your belly button facing forward. Exhale, lift the leg up. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, rotate your face down to look at your forearm. Inhale, we float open. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, reach it down. Exhale, rotate around your belly button to look down at the mat. And come back up. Exhale, reaching through the leg. And lower. Exhale as you rotate. And open back up. Exhale, lift. You got it. Nice work. And rotate around. Notice how your rib cage moves around. Exhale, lift. Inhale down, rotate, and back, and up, and down, rotate, and let's go for 4 more sets. 1, checking in with that bottom shoulder. Last 2, stay lifted in the shoulder. Last one. And opening back up, coming down now to use your bottom arm as a pillow. Both legs go long. Now we're going to do one-way scissors, okay? So what this looks like is we're going to float both legs up. Draw everything in, abdominals are on. The back leg, the top leg goes back, the bottom leg goes forward, and then they just come back together, they zip, and they go away from each other, same pattern. So we're not kicking forward and back. The leg just goes in the same direction each time. Let's hover those legs, reach through your toes, point your toes and really push through the toes. Exhale as we open, inhale together. The legs stay hovering throughout. Inhale together, exhale, reach. And back. Zip together. Nice work, you guys. Zip and reach away. Zip. See if you can bring your abdominals just a little closer. Think about everything below the belly button. And bring it to you. Let's do 5 more. 5, zip, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And lower the legs. Whew. Hello, obliques. Before we do the other side of all of that, we're going to come onto our back. So coming onto your back, just plant your feet, bend your knees, and just rock through your imprint a few times, pelvic tilt. Just letting your lower back settle into this position. And we're going to let those arms float, settle your pelvis into neutral. We're coming up into an ab prep here. We're going to be reaching the arms past the legs as we come up. So let's nod the chin, take a deep breath in. Exhale, flex up and reach your arms past your hips. Big breath to hold. And exhale, lower everything to the floor. Float the arms back up. Nod the chin. Exhale, flex up. Keep reaching the arms as we hold for a breath in. And then lower the arms to the floor. The head comes down. Float the arms back up. And let's do that 2 more times. Nod the chin. Set your shoulders. Exhale, you're reaching through your fingertips. Holding here. And lower everything. Float the arms. On this next one, we're going to stay up. Nod through your chin. Set those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, we flex up. So your head and shoulders are up. You might feel the very tip of your scapulas on the floor. And we're going to start to exhale, side to side, reaching towards your ankle. So essentially, we're just gliding our mid-back across the floor with a little side squeeze. Keep your chin very tucked here. Exhale as you reach to the ankle. And just take a peek at your pelvis. So there's movement, but it's staying as neutral as it can. Reach, reach, reach. And let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center and hold. Take a deep breath in and lower everything to the mat. It would be totally normal if you were feeling a little bit of neck strain towards the end of that exercise. Let's just shake it out. And let's come to an imprint. The legs come up to tabletop. And you're going to take your arms and reach them out wide. Palms are up. And before we do anything here, we're going to push the backs of your palms into the floor, creating an anchor. And we're going to go into our pendulum. Let's go off to the left. Inhale, send the legs over left. The knees go left. Exhale as you pull them back to center, pushing through the backs of your hands into the floor. Inhale, we go over to the right. And exhale, pull the legs through. So use the arms as our anchor here. Our pelvis stays imprinted. There's a little bit of movement in the pelvis, but we're not letting that pelvis flip over with the legs. Exhale, pulling through. And we're going to add on here. As we go left, let's go back left. Inhale over. Exhale, reach the legs long. Inhale, bend the legs, but keep them over there. And exhale, pull them back through center. Let's go off to the right, anchor through the arms. Inhale over. Exhale, reach the legs long. Bend them, but keep them over there. Inhale. And exhale, pull back through center. And let's do that again. Inhale to the left. Exhale, reach through the legs. Find your quads. Inhale, bend the legs. And exhale, pulling through. Feet are neutral here. Last one. Inhale, we go right. Exhale, reach through the legs, really reach. Bend the knees, inhale, and exhale, coming to center. We're staying in center here. Recreate your anchor with your arms and hands. Exhale, pull your knees towards your chest. Inhale, let your pelvis rock back till you just feel your imprint. Exhale, draw your knees to your chest. And back out, nice and controlled. Think about lower abdominals here. And back. Let's do 4 more. It's almost like we were going to throw our legs right over our head, but we don't. We don't go that far. We just lift the tailbone slightly. Last 2 here. And last one. Awesome work. Let that go. Give your knees a big hug and just roll around on your lower back. Let's take our knees in our hands and circle the femurs. And go both directions. And then put your feet down and let's let the thighs go out to butterfly. Bring your arms overhead again, clasping your hands, creating a little gun shape with your fingers. Nod through your chin, flex up, reach your hands over your thighs. Inhale, let's rock back. Nod the chin, exhale, flexing up. And back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Pelvis is staying relatively neutral. And let's just do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower that down and let's turn onto our side and make your way over to do the other side, sideline work. So we're going to sit up with that left shoulder nice and square if you're going that route, or you're going to cradle your head, either or. And the bottom knee is bent, the top leg is long. So let's just play with this motion. Sometimes I just like to put my hand down underneath the underside oblique. Just kind of wake it up, make sure it's there, and just play with that space of knowing where you feel lifted in the shoulder and where you feel like you're sinking. Okay, and then let's bring that top arm to behind the head, reach through the leg, exhale as you lift that leg. Inhale down. Exhale, let's rotate, nice big rotation to look down at your arm in the mat. Inhale, we open back up. Exhale, lift and lower. And then belly button comes nicely close to you and you rotate around it. And back up. And lower. And rotate down. This is great for the mobility in our mid-back. Lift and lower. I've got kind of a neutral foot or almost flexed, like I'm pushing through the sole of my foot. And open. Down. And rotate. Let's do 4 more here. Check your shoulder tension on this top arm. Don't let it be too close to your ear. Last two. Rotate around. And back up. Last one. And opening up. And when you're ready, lowering down to the mat. Let both legs go long. Now with this one, we are going to point the toes, okay, and reach through the toes. So, before you do anything, just find those abdominals. Draw your belly button in towards the spine. I'm using this top hand as a little bit of a kickstand just for balance. And let's hover both legs up. The top leg goes back. The front one goes forward. The bottom one goes forward. And they zip together. Exhale back. Inhale. And we really want to be nice and slow and controlled here. Exhale back. You're reaching through your toes. Big exhale as they open, inhale as they come together. They both stay hovering throughout. And let's check this top shoulder. Try to keep it reaching down your back. One side is really normal if you're getting like a clicking sound or on the bottom hip. Like on this side for me, I get a huge click every single time I do this move. It's not painful, it just makes a lot of noise. That's normal, that's probably your IT band. And let's do 5 more. 5, 4, keep reaching. 3, 2, and 1. Zip them together and lower them and just say hello to that oblique on the top side. Woo! All right, we're almost there. Turn onto your tummy. Bring your head to your hands. And then drop your shoulders away from your ears. Just wiggle your hips, just letting your pelvis release onto the floor. And then start playing with turning on your legs and letting them release. Okay, so fire up the quads and the glutes, and then release them. Just really feeling the difference between those two. And from there, let's keep the legs on. So now you're pointing through your toes are pointed, your kneecaps are facing down. Your head and your hands are connected. We're going to be lifting both. Take a big breath in, find your abdominals. Exhale, float the head and arms up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, let's lower down. Shake it all, reset, find your abdominals, turn on the legs. Big breath. Exhale, float everything. Finding that little bit of extension. Big inhale. And exhale, lower down. Imagine someone's pulling you up by a string between your shoulder blades. Those shoulder blades are reaching for each other. Big breath in. Exhale, let's float. Hold for a breath. And lowering down. This next one, we're going to stay up. Big breath, feel your spine lengthen. Exhale, float up. Keep your abdominals connected here. You're going to tip down and touch your right elbow to the floor. The left elbow floats up. Exhale. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, the left elbow tips down, the right tips up. Inhale through center and just continue with that motion side to side. Exhale to touch. Inhale through center. Now check in. Do a little scan through the body. Are your legs still on? Is your abdominals still connected? Tap down. And let's check our shoulder tension. See if you can lengthen your neck. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And through center, let's do 1 more each side. Back through center, last one. Come to center and lower everything. Whew. Let your arms go out long. Let your legs go out wide. So sorry, everything is wide. We're gonna do starfish. And we're gonna keep that same anchored abdominal. I'm gonna let my knees turn out a little bit, like external rotation. Your toes and knees can turn out. And we're gonna just really think about keeping the shoulder blades on our back here. Big breath in. When you're ready, you're gonna exhale, float all your limbs. Your nose might come up a little bit, but the head doesn't generally lift. Just the arms and legs. We're up here in our starfish. Let's hold and breathe. Big breaths in and out. Keep that line of tension running through your fingertips and your toes. Toes can be pointed or neutral. Big breath, and let's lower back down. Shake it off. Big breath in. We're going back up. Exhale, shoulder blades towards each other. Engage through the legs. Reach. Reach your crown of your head. Tons of energy in the body. We're just holding and breathing. And let's lower down. On the next one, we're going to get up there and then just the arms are going to move. So we're going to bring the arms together above our head and bring them back out to starfish, okay? The legs will stay the same. Big breath. Here we go. Anchor through the abdominals, lifting everything, reaching through your whole body. Let's inhale as you bring the arms above your head. Exhale, let them go back out to starfish. Inhale, the arms come to over the head. Exhale out. And again. Exhale. And let's do 2 more. Keep reaching through the legs. Keep the abdominals on. Last one. Exhale, back to starfish. Let's hold here. Don't quit yet. Big breath in and out. One more time. One more breath. Keep reaching. And exhale. Lower everything. Let your head rest on your hands. Wiggle your hips. And let's push into our shell stretch when you're ready. It's going to feel super great to find shell. Let your spine round again after all that extension. And just breathe deeply here. Let's come up to all fours when you're ready, bringing one leg forward to find our pigeon stretch. Trying to make that shin nice and squared off. And if you want to stay high on your hands, or you come down onto your forearms, depending on your flexibility. Continue to try to drag that hip backwards. And just enjoying a stretch here. Deep breath in and out. And let's release that when you're ready. Just gently come out of it, bringing that leg back, bringing the other one forward. Each hip is going to be different. Setting yourself up. I can't even get this one square today. Set yourself up. Find a stretch, and then whatever, either up on your hands or down on your forearms. Even in all of these stretching positions, you want to make sure you're supporting your lower back, your abdominals are connected. Breathe into that tension. And one more big breath. Let that leg come back, and let's come back onto our tummy. Reach around with your right arm, grabbing your right ankle, and find that quad stretch, maybe a little hip flexor. Squeeze the shoulder blade of the right arm, and just stretching the front of the thigh and hip. Kick the foot into the hand and create a little tension between the two. Squeeze that shoulder blade and release it. Switch arms, left reaches around, finds the ankle or foot, and then squeeze at that left shoulder blade, finding a stretch in the quad. Long, deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you're going to release that quad. Kick the foot in first. Start with kicking the foot into the hand. Squeeze that shoulder blade. And then release it all. And coming through into shell. And making our way to seated. Awesome work, you guys. Meet me back and seated with a tall spine. Let the backs of your arms rest on your thighs. And let's just close our eyes and take 5 deep breaths. Stay tall. Letting your body take in this workout. Feeling really good that you've taken care of your body this morning and you're ready for your day. And let's release that and wiggle your body side to side. Nice job. Thank you so much, you guys. Great work this morning. I hope that sets you up for an awesome Tuesday. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care, guys. Bye. I see you today? No, tomorrow.